before the teaching, I want everybody recite this 21 Tara, not the long one, 21 Tara praise, the short one. That's, I think my memory is very bad. In Tibet, when Lama Zopa came from, embodied from Nalanda, India, Arya land, then to make pure Buddhism pure in Tibet. So that Lama Zopa was in Tibet. One time Lama Zopa was trying to come back as originally planned, come back to India, but then there was war happened, and so Lama Zopa couldn't come back. Couldn't come back and lived in Tibet. And however, originally Lama Zopa passed away through the aspect passed away in Tibet. I think maybe Tolling monastery called Tolling. And that the branches is now in India, but Mongol, South India, there's small monastery, branches of that monastery, Tolling monastery. So Lama, one Kadamba Gesh, one disciple, I don't forget the name. Forgot. Then very sick, and then so quickly need to recite the 21 Tara praise to Tara. Then I think 10,000 or something. So Drondamba, I think I mentioned Lama Zopa. So of course, in short time, cannot finish 200 praises. So to recover that disciple, I think disciple Lama Zopa. So Lama Zopa asked, I think Tara. Then Tara made short. You have English and Omjizuma Pomadoma Chatoro, Chatodoma, Tarabama, Tudere, Jugosama, Turet, Omdar Ture Swahas, Taras Mendes, so the commentary of that. Chatodoma, Tarabamo, Chatoro, Doma, Tarabamo. So that quickly can recite 10,000 times in a short time. So the normal 21 praise to Tara, 21 Tara, that takes much time. So then recited that, and then totally recovered. The disciple, sorry, I don't remember the name. Surely something like this. English.
You caught us unaware. You caught us there.
If anyone can share what copies there are.
There's one student, he's Italian, he was monk before, many years, for a number of years. He was monk before, he's an old student. He attended first course or second course, maybe second course, second meditation course in Nepal, at Kapur Monastery. So maybe second meditation course, or maybe second meditation course, very early times. Those exploration of hippie, exploration of hippie in Nepal, India. I mean, come from the West. That time, explosion of hippies from the West. But now, I think exploration of Indian. Now it seems from recent years, exploration of India, after a long time, many years, his one is being in the Dharamsala in India, being resident in India, he's not traveling the West every year, and now, even now, so much. And Western people coming from America, from many countries, by crossing the ocean, with a lot of expenses, by crossing the ocean, Pacific Ocean, with a lot of expenses, come up very far to Dharamsala to receive teaching. But you see very rare Indians in the teachings. Only in the past, only sometimes 1, 2, 3 like that, or sometimes so like that. It's very strange, very strange. You can see the karma. You can see the answer is karma. There's not answer, there's karma. To understand this karma. So even Dharamsala, why his one leaves Dharamsala, but people, Indian people don't come for the teachings, even for experiment, not to practice, but even for experiment, to check how it is. That's so worthwhile to even you check how it is, to learn how it is. Like scientists checking, so important. Without practice, just to know how it is, like science, like Western scientists. So important to check what is right, wrong, to check before you practice, before you dedicate your life. Even for that it doesn't come. Even the people Dharamsala, Indian people Dharamsala doesn't come for the teachings. Never for years. Wow. His owners give teachings for, besides Tibetans, for Western people every year. And Dharamsala is one thing, but in different places. So that now much more in Delhi and so like that, very interesting. Not even people Dharamsala, Indian people Dharamsala don't come for teachings. Bodyguard, of course, the bodyguard, they have to stand, their job, to make money to get the means of living. But, of course, they hear the sound. Why he's talking? They do leave imprint. Bodyguards are standing with the guns and standing. Of course, they hear the sound. So sound leaves imprint in the mind. Even no choice. They hear the sound in there. So the plant seed of enlightenment. If they hear the sound, is the bodyguards. So of course, the motivation might be for money to get a job, and worldly thought. But they hear Dharma teaching, so lucky to be there, bodyguard standing. So whatever duration, the time they have. But anyway, it's like this. But only recent years, I think last year, I was at Tushita Center, and they were called so many courses. So always Tushita is from beginning many years ago. Courses always a booking. Always the people who could not fit, and they always booking people to come next course. There's always booking. People who do not fit. They're gone by in the place. Even now there's new whole thing is new. Rebuild everything. This it belonged to, it's called Naruji Gorji, and because a great Pandit Indian yogi, great yogi Sarah is a disciple, is a great yogi. No, Sarah is a disciple of Teloba. Teloba is a disciple as Naroba. So Naroba's great yogi Naroba, Indian great yogi Naroba's generation of family owned the house, that house, where my Guru lived 7 years. Deputy Chenramaji, Sundalama's younger children, Deputy Chenramaji lived 7 years there. So it's a very blessed place. So originally, when after Tibet lost the Menchanju and 1959, then his one is miraculously, came while the Novolinga, another palace, surrounded by I don't know, tens of thousands of people. That his one is, I think it's to stop. His one is Chinese inviting to Kazakh. To hotel or something. So to stop, so many Tibetan people came and surrounded by. So anyway, his owners came through that with the whole mess around. Changed dress and with a Tibetan chuba and as an ordinary man, hat, caps, and then came through among the people. Then like that came all of that to the hospitals, escaping. Came like this through Tawang Moon. So I think the first in India, first place Masuri, I think maybe, and then I don't know how. Then maybe there was Masuri and Deradun. However, then I don't know why Dhammasala turned out and. So at the beginning, when his owners, the old palace, when his owners were there, so Tushita was a place where his owners, Namgyal monastery monks were there in the Gomba. Tushita, Gomba, Namgyal monks lived there, and then there's a drawer and tiny part. There's a hole. His own families live there, and there's a hole. Other ones live there. There's a tiny kind of passage, and then where the kitchen is. There's some rooms. So that used to be that tiny one. Is half of that, I think maybe. That used to be in the early times where they do puja and the monks. And his one sit here, the throne with them, that tiny road, that tiny passage. Corridor, yeah. So Manajama sit lined up. So the half of that, then that was what they used to puja. So he's only came many times there. Then he's only moved down Then Tushita Rinpoche also moved down Lord Dharamsala. So then later our student board to that place for retreat for meditation center.
Who's Pierre? Who's Pierre get the money?
I think maybe still, I don't think it was some person, there was John and also involved. What? What?
When we did the high grade with Pierre, said it was him.
I think John Lando was involved also. However, the meditation center, so I was the last time there, and there was courses, so many courses that goes on a few days. Then one course finished, then 4 days break, then go another course, sometimes 3 courses. There's a Vajrasattva room, there's a Gomba hall, then there's a medicine Buddha's hall. Sometimes 3 courses happen at the same time. So 5 Indian people, the previous course, then 4 days back, then another 5 Indian people, all the 25 Indian people also finish one course and then 2 days back, then another course, and the Kagan 25, something quite busy Indian people. So nowadays, starting from recently, I mean, last year or year before, I seems now work India. It's all karma. So at that time, 93. 63 times around those. The 63 or even after that. After the explosion of hippies from the West. So in Nepal, we went to live in Nepal from West Bengal, Jalpaiguri, Assam, Baksa. We were there. I was there 80 years. This is the place of concentration camp. It was a concentration camp during British time. And there were so many people killed. There's a place to kill the people. And there was a big castles on the mountains, on the hills, big windows, so big, and so big, like that. We go there, we go on top of the hills to make incense puja for Tibet, for Tibet and so forth, the world peace. So, was amazing. So this, what Mahatma Gandhi was present there, and the house with Mahatma Gandhi was present was a letter. Nuns came from Bhutan or somewhere, and they lived there. They became nunnery. There's barbed wires and truly stored barbed wires around and all like that. Then later, Representative Lama came to live there. Later, so they built new nunnery later. So where the Mahatma Gandhi was present, where Sarah monks, Sarah men and Chere, where the monks live. Not all the monks. Doesn't fit all the monks. About 60s, they live inside. So bed around there. This is where they live. Bed also with this to puja. So puja was outside. How many monks there? They come inside. Sarah monks. To prayer puja, so inside also. Then sit on the bed, and then those who are rested sit on the floor. So like that, the able just down, so we do like that. And then also outside to go courtyard, and there's the barbed wires and also the guns and small holdable guns, and because there was a prison before. And so monks stay, they have bed, they hear the barbed wires and all like that. Then the ditch, then the beds, all the beds up to the drawer and the beds here. Then here my teachers' beds upside the high, my teachers who taught me beginner philosopher, Buddhist philosopher, Tushita Rinpoche, great scholar and also great mentor. Tushita Rinpoche passed away in Switzerland. So there's incarnation, but unfortunately, not Rinpoche himself, but I think a concern Rinpoche, we are disabled, Baksa, myself, do concern, which is the High Lama from Tibet, the governor's child, very high incarnation, many lifetimes incarnation of that. So he is follow Toja, and then the supposed to be anyway. So the Dharma supposed to be that people follow. We did follow in the past, practice that, but we give it up for many years ago because it's questionable. As a big thing during our life, 20th century during our life. There's a huge, unbelievable controversy and huge, unbelievable, huge, it's difficult to, it takes time to understand it's wrong. So anyway, so we are some disciples considered, but from the abbot of Namjala Monastery now, we are small children or whatever, but sometimes fight and sometimes play in the Baksa. So we are disciples of Geshe, this great teacher Geshe. So he didn't give up the Toja, so that's why he kept his teachers incarnation. So that's not important. General public in the Sarakat and South India not involved. So normally it's supposed to be there to start the monastery and then Geshe, and then help Buddhism preserve. So Hina and Maha Paramedayana Sutra, the Tantra, Mahayana Tantra, learn, preserve, spread within the monastery, the depth. Within the monastery, you see, so that. Then, of course, they spread in the outside countries. I mean, that's I think. Once you are able to do it within the monastery, then outside is easy. So the public way to the normal approach, because of Toja, then because of Pakistan Toja to go, have to keep a drop, kind of like hiding. Anyway, what did I say? No, I forgot. I forgot my talk.
Indian explosion.
Yes, you are right. So only now, this recent year, starting from only then Indians wake up. All after so many years sleeping, after so many years sleeping, then only recently wake up many young people like us here, many young people. But in the past, in Tushita has been exists a long time. So many, how many years do you know?
79
years.
This 35, 36 years.
Which one?
Yes, yes.
79.
No, this Tushita here.
Here 20 years.
Yeah.
This house 20 years.
No,
Tushita. Not the house. Not the house. Tushita. Tushita Meditation Center.
Since 79
Yeah.
in Delhi.
36 years.
Yes.
36.
Very well, in the past, you see, very old times, Tushita, we have the retired people, Indian retired people coming. The old ones are retired people come, but they come many times. But where they're coming, you see, for the Tushita Center is different than young Western people, hippies coming. They come see if there's something worthwhile, beneficial for their life, for their heart, for their mind. So they during the karma is wake up. So because the explosion of drugs, LSD and hashish and Buddha grass and all that things in the West, and they need that some condition to wake up the mind, because it's very the mind is so closed, like a stone, like iron, so closed, and nothing else. The body, the mind cannot exist separately from the body. They cannot accept that. So close to mind, more than like iron and rock, more than. So then for them to fit their karma, to wake up them is a drug. Drug happened. Somebody made LSD, and I don't know. I forgot by now the name. Who made the LSD? Not all the students took LSD and drug. Not like that. There are people who haven't tried any drugs, but many have in the world, especially in the past, not now, but especially in the past, taken drugs, and so then they had the experience that mind can travel without the body, and yes, of course. A mind can travel, mind can exist without body, without the group body. So they get the experience during them by taking the drugs, and they get all kinds of experiences. And so there's also one book, Losang Ramba, and talks about the experience. Going to Tibet, or the third eye opened, and going to Tibet, and the mind, and without the body, some talks about, I don't know, talks about. That was the question. Sorry, I can't talk about this tonight. Sorry, that's not Golden Light Sutta. It's true, Golden Light Sutta. So that time, in the public talks in the cities, then especially my master Guru Lama Zopa, when the founder of the organization FPMT, gives a talk in the cities. Also I do sometimes, but when I do and when I speak, after 5 minutes people get up. After 5 minutes, I start speaking. After 5 minutes, people get up. So I do not, because I don't have realization first, and then second, I don't know how to talk. So then, and then my language is there, I don't understand. So usually a couple monastery when we do courses, 1 month courses. So now, what number of course? 40. Now every year we do. In the past we do 2 times, and now we do only one for many years, a 1 month course. So 40, I don't know, 46 or 44, I'm not sure. Some of that it happened. So sometimes people don't understand for 3 days my talk. then I don't know. Then what happens? I think karma changes. 3 days they don't understand at all. So that's so one time, this is not so ago, maybe 7 years ago.
Not that long.
They're about the Tibetan rice.
Yes. Bridget Harris.
So Rinpoche takes them some time to follow your accent.
Yes, you're right. So, how many years ago? 6, 7 years, more than that.
Yes.
Okay.
It was Bridget Harris from London.
Well, she's the old lady from London Center, our center, FPMT Center, Jamyang London Center. She's a member of that, teaching yoga and something, I'm not sure. But she has a particular English. Her language has a chanting. Her language, whatever name she says, it is very long chanting. Very clear, but long chanting. Yes, a sweet language, yes. So she came with a course, a Kaban. So I talked about the dependent arising. I talked about 3 days. So, but she thought I was talking about 3 days about Tibetan rice. So only after 3 days, then she asked question to the monk. Now today he left Namgyal. The monk was sitting there. So she asked. Only after 3 days, she asked the monk, "What happened about it? I was talking 3 days about Tibetan." So then Namgyal explained, no, it's not the Tibetan rice, it's a dependent arising. So that means about emptiness. So anyway, then only she understood. So I like that example. Anyway, what is it? So anyway, so when Lama was giving talk in Australia, I think Lama Yeshe and myself, we were the first ones in Australia to, I guess, perhaps can bring Buddhism in Australia. I think we were the first. I think not so much in America. The Lamas came before us. I think yes, but Australia, yes, Australia, Australia, especially Australia, New Zealand. I don't know whether it was South Lama or not. Anyway, so that. Anyway, they ask one of the questions, common questions is they ask Losang Ramba. And Losang Ramba, what do you think about Losang Ramba? That's a very common question. I don't know nowadays, but before, in those early times, talking Buddhism in the West. People are very close-minded. Of course, there were science, all these things, but mind is for the inner science, for the Buddhism, for inner meditation, or for the Buddhism. It's kind of difficult to answer. So so close-minded. Totally their life is, even though very materialistic, but rich and materialistic, but their life is totally different. Totally, the way of thinking, living life, totally opposite to Dharma. Completely opposite to Dharma. Everything totally opposite. So, like that. So it's a dream that from the West, so much developed in the material life, and then very far from there, somebody coming to Nepal, India, Nepal for the course, all the way from that materialistic, highly developed, the material comfort, material place, with a totally way of living life, totally opposite Dharma, way of thinking and everything. And so the persons coming from there, where there are millions of people coming, the one person coming from all the way from there to Nepal with course. So it's very surprising. So when I arrived Boston, so Boston is unbelievable. So coming from there, this person, there's a driver who drives me. That was our team, who are now for many years the wisdom publication, the books, the Dharma books. So, example, when I was in Boston, so CD was time goes out. So he came all the way from Boston. He came alone himself to Nepal, very far. And so the karma is very interesting. Among those so many millions of people can him alone. So like that, it's very surprising. Such a materialist country and totally opposite everything. But but this person come all the way from the past karma. He met Buddhism in the past lives, and somehow the karma happened. I don't know. Could be even billions, zillion eons, or go could be possible. So anyway, it's like that. It's like that. It's very interesting. All the way coming from there to Nepal, to Government Monastery, to the course. In the early times, we didn't have good condition. Very, very poor. So all the monastery, we don't have that many monks who. Probably maybe 60 monks or something. So in the course, in the tent, and we used to course in the tent, and then when we start course in the house, but more people then we start course outside in the tent, and the grass laid out, dry grass, hay. Then at night time the monks sleep there, and because their room is given to the students to sleep, course people, and then they stay in the grass and with the woman, and then the tent, and the daytime the course people use that. Then so many years in the end of the sheet, in the roof of sheet, and not kaka. I'm not talking kaka. Sheet, the iron roof. Yes, iron roof. And then so many years, and then surrounded wall under some cloth covered, and then all around bamboo, because bamboo crushed, bamboo weaved this round. Then it has to go to our young monks, the paintings, that just there's no particular teacher, but just 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 art class. There's paintings among the people, so they stick to their paintings on the bamboo thing. There's so many years we do course there, and so I talk about Lord's hell, and I talk about Adrold Dharma, attachment and the problems, and what people experience, things like that. And then when we finish session, they come to eat lunch. Under the Bodhi tree outside the monastery. Bodhi tree. When they eat lunch, the toilets, not toilets, don't have a good, good facility. So smell comes from toilet. All the eating food and the Bodhi tree, outside eating food, but the smell toilet comes from there. Toilets are not. Not good facilities. So smell comes in the nose, and they hear food, and food, and they toilet smell here, and like that. Very bad, very poor condition like that for so many years, and then more developed as the year goes after the. And then one time, because the children, the monks were receiving signs. So what happened was, one monk went on the roof toward the toilet. The iron, the gas coming out. From toilet. So that time they were teaching science, or the teacher showing you lead the matches, and then the flame comes and show the young monks, So what happened? So then one boy, one monk went down the roof and tried the matches and dropped, and then flames come. Then the whole toilet, then in the morning, whole toilet bursted, and he made a huge noise. Kakas all over. Then that morning, and we had our Lama's myself, Guru Geshe Zopa Rinpoche, who has been professor at the Madison University for 20 years. I think Geshe passed away last year or this beginning of this year, passed away. About 90, 80 or 90, more than, and 94, I'm not sure. So I retired and gave in the teachings after that philosophical, the very, very, very important text of Lama Zopa, the philosophical about emptiness, different text, taught, gave us the Western students, some the professors, some like that. Started from him in the university, Medicine University, and so on like that. He was there, Gabon, teaching Bodhisattva. So finished teaching Bodhisattva. So monks were offering long life puja to Geshe Zopa Rinpoche in Gomba. So during that time, burst the toilet. And kakas all over, the smells go to Gomba, and so kind of that. So okay, that's so anyway, because of drugs, can open the biggest concept. There's mandrake and chabra mandrake is along with that, but there's all that new experience. So they come to they got bored, or they got kind of get bored of the material life in the West. So got bored. They could not see much meaning and all that. So they come to Nepal, India to look for new life, Dharma, new life. Something more meaningful. Something more meaningful. Yes, they come to look all of that. So Tushita here. So they come. Many of them come to the ashrams and they meet Hindu religion and. Then some going to Karma, then some Buddhism, and some first Hindu, and then some their whole life, they don't have Karma to meet Buddhism, so and then some maybe involved in different ashrams, one ashram, another ashram, another. Then they stop, or some involved whole life, or something like that. Then some maybe involved short time, then start to meet Buddhism. So.
Sorry to disturb. He's already suffering a lot and needs to go back. He's on medication.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. You have a spare of the mantra, this liberating from the bondage to body, spirit, mind.
Got it with me. I haven't got it here. It's on the inside.
So it would be useful for him.
His name is Surendra Kapoor.
Yeah. Thank you. I pray.
He's got cancer from last 4 years. The oral cancer.
He cannot talk.
He cannot talk properly. That he wanted your blessings and.
Did they say another surgery for him?
Yeah. Now only chemo is left. If he can go through, but I think he's not ready for it now. So there's no medication left.
Okay, I'll check and then I'll give message to. Yeah, I'll pray. I'll take in there's mantra to recite, to wear, either to recite to wear, and then it keeps protects from harm those human beings, non-human beings harm. So she had skin cancer. She had. I didn't know that she had. I didn't know she had skin cancer or the back pain, hip pain, but we were talking about Africa to stop the Apollo Then that time she mentioned the mantra that she recited 25 times every day. Then she recovered the skin cancer and back pain. So that also you have skin cancer.
Oral cancer,
Inside.
the mouth. Inside the mouth.
I have one person here, inside, and one here.
Yeah. So if the pastor check, then I'll try to get the mantra. You don't have it. So
Just give it the website.
oh, okay. Yeah. So if you get, then what I do is so before roll up blessing, then you can wear. Can try, but she could recover from that. So that.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's for generally, if you have that, is very useful. Or you have some strange feelings or sicknesses. That's okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Yeah. So the old people, the child people come, they do come many times, but if they can get chance to speak, then they speak all long time, their own views, and I think to other people to follow their view or something like that, but the young people, or the Western young people they come to Tushita to look for anything beneficial for their life, for their mind. Totally different motivation when they come here. So if they see something beneficial, they stay. If it's not beneficial to their life, they have to go. Also Muslim like this. So I was a long time ago. Tushita was like that. But so Dhammsala, so the recent time when I was there, many young people come Indian who finish universities. You finish university, intelligent, and they already heard Nagarjuna, Asanga, all those great Indian Pandits in the university, so already familiar. So in the course, for them it's easy to understand Regan, Karma, all that thing, when nothing funny and they're like a little bit like home. But then there's Israel's, many Western people, especially Israel's and, Dhammsala, the backside, that Israel is like Israel town. So then you have to build up, have to start understanding reincarnation, karma, all the things have to build up. So it takes so much time. So I think sometimes they're from patience, to wait for the Western people to understand, so like that. So anyway, so I think after so many years, then now I think wake up in India, kind of that. It's very interesting. So there's the explanation of karma. There's no other answer. The answer is the karma. Karma is known and now wake up. So kind of that. So anyway, it's very interesting. Karma is like that. Interesting. So, sorry. So this Pero, he has a very, very high blood pressure. He lives in Delhi, in Italy, and like that. So he was a monk before, and he had a very heavy what's it called? The stroke, a very heavy stroke, and he had to go to hospital and all that. So I was in South India taking teaching from my in the monastery, taking teaching from the Burmese monastery. Other than that, I think maybe more than 10,000 people, monks, mostly monks. So one morning was my offering to His Holiness Silver Dharma Chakra, and so I mentioned His Holiness knows very well the Pero old student. So I mentioned he got very heavy stroke, and please pray me, and then for that. But then he got better. We did some pujas, got better. But now he got very high blood pressure. So that's what is go to hospital today. Then I don't know the terms or not the term. Yeah. So it didn't come out. Both didn't come out. High blood pressure. Very concerned. So I did some prayer before coming here. Tara prayer. Very short, but very extremely powerful, unbelievable powerful. It proved other people who are danger who go to prison and things like that saved in Hong Kong, or who had to go to prison. Then the family, bad reputation, destroyed the whole family. The life, bad news. So saved life, and there was it's very powerful Tara mantra. So I did that before coming here to him. So so this short prayer we recite a few times, and for usually Tara, the Tara such Tara, then Tara that hymn, particular hymn, that and Tara's arm in a hand like this, or Tara's down below Tara's holy body, and Tara sent nectar, or the beams. Tara sent beams, and totally liberated from the sicknesses and high blood pressure and the spirit harms, and purified all the negative karma obscurations, all that. So ask from the heart, ask Tara to help him. And then anybody who has high blood pressure in the world, any sentient being who has high blood pressure or the danger of that, also help them. Then they all are Tara Center light to them, and purified. So all of that sickness, spirit harm, all the purified obscures in the karma, all that. So all that through that. So please understand keep it in your mind. So far, what is there might be many methods, mantras, meditations, many things. but I didn't get to try all that. But what is proved for the high blood pressure is the Tonglen meditation, Bodhicitta meditation, ultimate good heart, taking other sentient beings, the suffering, the cause of suffering in your heart, destroying the ego, self-taking thought, ignorance and self-taking, which brings all the problems, destroying that, your enemy inside. And then you, by general compassion to sentient beings, by general loving kindness, you give your body your 3-time merit, and then all the result happiness up to enlightenment, all the temporary comfort, happiness to samsara, then nirvana, liberation from origin, then fully out peerless happiness for everything, 3-time merit, and the result of 3-time merit. Your body in the form of Vishnu jewel, full of sky, and they give to the sentient every sentient being, to every sentient being your possessions you offer to the sentient beings. So that's a meditation. Tonglen, taking, giving, came out the best. There was one old student, Uli, old student from Switzerland. He was in Nepal, and he had very high blood pressure, very high blood pressure, very dangerous. So I told him to do that meditation. So every time he does that meditation for half hour, every time he does the meditation, blood pressure comes down, bring down, always. That definitely proved by Tonglen. But meditation is taking stuff from others in your heart, destroying your enemy self-chasing thought. That meditation, and you're giving your all the good things, your body, 3-time merits, and all the results up to enlightenment, and your all the enjoyments and everything you give others, all of that. So that was a definite proof. Bringing down high blood pressure, definitely. So there was one girl, Nepalese girl. I was in the West. So the government monk, I don't know, maybe relative or Nepalese. So went to many hospitals, but blood pressure never go down. Went to many different hospitals, blood pressure never go down. So asked me, so then was some severe medicine, and his own Lama's blessed pill, blessed things, and then she did also. I told her to Tonglen. So anyway, her blood pressure then came down, change. Only then change, not before. She went many hospitals, tried many hospitals, never changed. Always stay very high. So this happened. Then also there may be other things, I don't know. So like that, but the mind it should. There was showing in TV and this mindfulness. There's breathing meditation and just breathing, just concentrating, watching the breath, watching breath in, breath out, and that to keep the mind. Very much it depends on how you. Very much it depends on the mind, especially blood pressure and those depend. The mind is so disturbed, not peaceful. Then blood pressure happens, and so. Mind watching the breath. That I haven't told people to that. But keeping the mind peaceful, calm, peaceful, that should help for blood pressure. Just during the breathing meditation, I would think it should, keeping the mind at peace, it would help. So that, but that I haven't got through. I haven't told the, I don't know, I haven't told, so invalid that. As one thing can try. So please do this prayer a few times. Yeah, okay. The book, the prayer book. Oh, there's in English. Tibetan or English book. Oh, so you can start English if you would like. Tibetan. Once you know the English, then you know what it's saying. Omo judende ma pama drama raja thadan drama tare pamo turetana tamjeravad saige jala ravad omajam judende ma pama drama raja thadan drama tare pamo turetana tamjeravad saige jala Omajundan dama pama drama ala chata chata drama tare pamo tudara ye jigusama ture dana tanje ravade saige jala ravinde Omajundan dama pama drama la chata lo chata drama dare pamo tadara ye jigusama ture dana tanjerade saige jalaravande Omajundan dama pama drama ala chata lo chata drama dare pamo ture dana tanjeravade saige jalavande Amandromala Jatalo Chata Droma Tarepamo Tudara Ye Jigazama Turedana Damjerade So trolley, his mind body trolley illuminated the light and then dispel all the sicknesses and the spirit harm and the cancer is caused this cancer is caused by naga, so high blood pressure, so forth, all the things gone and the spirit harm. They purified all the negative karma, obscuration, collected from beginning to birth. Well. Then dedicate marriage. Then did 3 times marriage collected by me, 3 times marriage collected by number listen to number Buddha, and then me Tara guide him and guide me and all the sentient beings for those who have much problems, sicknesses and whatever, and blood pressure and so on. Tara guides us in all the lifetime. Okay. So I do just 200 pages, then we'll stop there. So the Bodhicitta, free the sentient beings, from I receive all the past, present, future happiness, even the including enlightenment, Buddhahood, the sentient beings, who are most precious for me, most precious, most dear, most kind, wishful for me. Even where Buddha came from, Dharma came from, Sangha came from, sentient beings. So the most precious, the kind. Free them from all the oceans of samsara suffering and bring them to enlightenment, fully Buddhahood. And so therefore I'm achieving Buddhahood and omniscience, and for that reason I'm taking the room of Golden Sutta. May they bring